Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Never Sold Out Podcast. I am, of course, Andrew, and my buddy next to me over there is Nick. And
What's up?
today we don't have any guests, so it's just us.
Yeah, we did have guests planned, but obviously, things happen, and it's just us, man. We're still good, so it's all good with us.
Exactly. So, one of the things that I'm sure is on everyone's mind and is on our minds as well is the issue where things that you previously planned or bought tickets for aren't happening anymore.
Yeah,
And I know it's happened to me for quite a few things.
yeah,
um,
a big one for you.
yeah, we were supposed to go to Hawaii this month, and
Yeah.
let's just say it's not happening.
I know like a lot of people are having issues with like airfare.
Yeah.
I mean, we were able to because I was supposed to go to Disney next month. Actually, like literally the first week of June. That's not happening. And what happened with the airline? What we did, they just instead of giving us all the money back, they basically credit us all the money, so we just use it for a future flight. But I've heard like some airlines are only giving like 70% of what you purchased back.
Right. Yeah, that's been a big issue, and a lot of it is it's crazy. Is you're gonna get this money back, and we all know that once everything goes back to normal, they're gonna jack up the prices traveling
Yep,
everywhere because they know that so many people are gonna travel right
yep,
after all this. So like you're pretty much fucked to begin with.
yeah, seriously. Yeah, I mean, did you buy airline tickets when you for the Hawaii trip or?
Yeah, we did. One of them was through I do points and stuff through American, and they're issuing a full refund, so
That's who
I
was
don't have any
we
issues there.
Yeah, that's who we went with through was American, and they gave
Hmm.
us yeah.
And then for the flight back, we booked through Expedia, which I get like I'm on their gold membership with them, so
Nice.
I have no issues getting anything back. So
Well, that's good. Yeah, because that's what's hard. It's like like there's and even still like there's like things like that maybe you're looking forward to in the future. And it's like we don't even know if it's happening. Like every year, me and my girlfriend we go to Halloween Horror Nights. Uh, either in late September or early October. Like that's like our thing. We've done it for the past 2 years now, and we love it. It's fun. And I don't know if it's happening this year, and it kind of sucks. It's depressing, because like normally we'll spend like a couple of days in Disney. The more you listen to this podcast, you're gonna realize me and my girlfriend we go to Disney probably more than we should. Uh,
definitely do.
yeah, so like we're big Disney people, and like we normally spend like a couple of days in Disney, and then we spend like the last 2 days in Universal, and we always stay like the Hard Rock at the Universal. It's such a great hotel. And then like and we do Halloween Horror Nights 2 nights in a row, and it's like we buy like the VIP passes so we don't have to do the lines. But there's like so many houses, so we'll split it. Like the first day we do all like the name themed houses, like the ones based off of movies and TVs. And then the
Right.
next day we'll do the original houses that they did. And it's like it kind of sucks. It's like because we wanted to plan and book, but like we don't even know if it's happening. Like normally, like this time last year, they're already announcing houses, and they're not. So we have no
Yeah.
idea if it's even happening, and it kind of sucks. That's like one of the things like I look forward to the most.
Yeah, and you know, it's happening with a lot of things where they don't know what they're doing yet because they don't know what's going on with the whole situation.
Yeah,
So, one of the things that I do every year, I do the bike-a-thon over here in Philly. So it's a bike ride for cancer charity, and you ride from Philadelphia to the Jersey Shore to Atlantic City.
yeah.
And they pushed it back at this point to August, but who knows if that's even going to happen in August.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
so
even
that
like, go ahead.
so I was just going to say, so that like obviously sucks for them because they don't know what they're doing or how long this is going to last, and it sucks for the people participating because you don't know if you're even going to be able to do this thing that you do every year.
Yeah, and like another thing I do is I go to these two conventions every year, one would have already happened, but they pushed it back, and the other one actually would have happened too. They both would happen. I normally go to New Jersey HorrorCon and Monster Mania every year. I go to all their shows, and it's like I don't know, like they just pushed NJ HorrorCon back to September, but who knows if that's even going to be the date still? You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's just sad because it's like there's so much uncertainty, and I understand that there's bigger issues in the world. I really do. I mean, like there's probably people that are worrying about keeping the lights on and food. So like take this complaints with a grain of salt, on our end. But it just sucks because there is so much uncertainty coming in the future. Like things that a lot of people have looked forward to. They're not maybe not they might not even be here. Like I'm a part of like a lot of the groups for the things I love, like the Halloween Horror Nights and this horror convention. It's like you see people sitting there like trying to predict like some of the mazes that are happening this year, and it's like you get all excited because you're like, yeah, it's probably a possibility, and it's like probably won't happen, like
if they even do it, right?
yeah, it just sucks. It's just like and then like even like some of like because like I always you can kind of always pan it out with whatever Universal's putting out horror wise that year. You can kind of see like there might be something that will be so close to whatever that is. But like some of their high ticket horror movies that were supposed to come out aren't right now. They're getting pushed back. Like one of the big ones I was pretty sure there was going to be a house for because of who was involved. Jordan Peele, he's producing the new Candyman, which looks awesome, by the way. And I was convinced that was going to be a maze this year, and I don't know if it will because I don't think it's going to be out in time now for the Halloween Horror Nights. Like I think it comes out after at this point.
Right. And then you got to think what's that going to do going forward? So like not only for like places like Universal, who obviously are never going to struggle with the money portion of it, but like what's that going to do for what they plan for the following years? Are they going to take it easy, or are they going to do more?
Yeah.
Like how's that going to affect everything after that?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and like I was thinking like too, like say if they wanted to pull it off this year, right? Say if it's like a last minute thing, like maybe they can just reuse some of the old sets from some of the older mazes, and come up with something. Maybe they can do that. But it's like, who even knows if they keep them? Like it's just. And then like you said, like one of my fears is people jacking up the prices. Like there's already rumors that Disney's going to jack up the prices when they open.
Oh, I'm sure, and everything's going to be that way.
Yeah.
Because all these companies want to make up for their losses, which I get from a
Yeah.
business side, but it's also going to suck from a consumer side. Someone coming out of what we're coming out of and hasn't had a job in months, but still wants to do the thing that they planned before, but they can't even use the money that they put aside before this to take care of it. So it's like,
Yeah. Well, even
they have to have some reasonable portion to this.
Yeah, well, like even think about it, even with like some of these like some of these like benefits that you get for like they're trying to help people like for like a mortgage company, right? What they're offering people, like at least our mortgage company is offering, is like, hey, you don't have to pay 3 months, but when this is over, you owe us $4,000 immediately.
Yeah.
And it's like if I don't have $4,000 now, how do you expect me to pay that? So like we're forced to pay what we're paying. You know what I mean? Like, but there are some companies like Hyundai, for instance. Like I just leased a new Hyundai. They froze my payments.
Right. And just add them on to the end.
Exactly. And like basically what they said was like, hey, like say if my lease was supposed to end February of next year, it just ends 3 months after that now. Like
right.
So like that's cool. Like it doesn't affect my credit. Like nothing. Like they're really taking care of. The only thing like that's what I thought like other companies would be doing. Because like people got to understand like this. A lot of people are unemployed through no fault of their own.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's why like I feel like some of these people like to give $4,000 back. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Like I saw a stat the other day. I think it said like 25 million people are unemployed now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is staggering numbers. Like that's insane.
Well, I was reading too, like, because like unemployment right now is like, and again, I'm not faulting unemployment because I'm sure they're trying as hard as they can, but to get approved right now is really, it's like things are getting messed up. They're taking forever to get the people. Like, you know how many people are probably on the verge, or if not, are already foreclosed on.
Oh, it's got to be an ass ton. Like,
Yeah, and it's sad. This is sad that that this is happening. Because again, a lot of it's through no fault of anybody. You know what I mean? Like no fault of their own. They're just
right.
they're victims of the circumstance. And it just sucks.
Yeah. And I mean, part of that falls on the responsibility of the higher ups and part of that falls on the responsibility of the businesses.
Exactly.
So like they have to play hand in hand to help the people that are not only their employees but the people who they expect to be their business when
Yep.
all of this is done.
Yep.
And I think businesses really show who they actually are in tough times.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
So all the companies that were out around here when the economy was booming and saying, "Oh yeah, we really respect our employees. We respect everything." Blah blah blah. Then this happens, and the first thing to do is cut all their employees and don't make any cuts from the higher ups in the business to make up for the money loss. And then we're stuck here wondering like, okay, so you were all talk before.
Exactly. Like so I read something. Someone posted something early on. They said take note about how your employer is treating you because maybe you need to make a change when this is all over.
Yeah, and luckily, like with the company that I'm in, they've made no cuts. They don't have any plans to do that. Like
Yeah.
they're on top of it, and they know what's going on, and they respect all their employees and want to keep all their employees. So so I'm
Yeah.
fortunate in that regard. So, but
Yeah, and
I've definitely noticed.
I'm self-employed, and like for
Yeah,
me, like I'm technically considered self-employed, and I'm okay. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm fine. Like I paid into like the places I needed to pay into, like as far as like my payroll and all that stuff. So like like I'm okay. It's just a matter of you just want to get back to normal life.
right. Yeah, we're all at that. It's been over a month now, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. And my issue is that some people aren't being as patient as they
Mm-hmm.
probably should be in these times. Like,
I
I
agree.
understand you're frustrating that you had to spend time indoors with people that you probably don't like to hang out with all the time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to understand that the world isn't changing for you. Like, it's not changing to your will. It's going to do its own thing. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
move on, and we're going to figure it out, just like
And
humans always do.
and that's the thing too. Like this has never happened before, at least in our time. So
Right.
like everybody thinks they have the answer of what should be doing, what should be done. It's like, how do you know what should be done? This is the first time it's ever happened. Like
Right.
I'm sure now there's going to be a big plan in place for everything at this point, but it's like, and it just happened. Like it just kind of just crept up on us. You know what I mean? Like I know like there was talks like, oh, it started in China and like all this shit, but it's just like once it got here, it went down quick.
Right.
It was inevitable.
Yeah, there was no it wasn't like there was a huge fire alarm going off saying, "Hey, like we all need to start staying indoors on this date," because there was just no way of knowing when it was
Mm-hmm.
going to come in because it wasn't a question of whether or not it was going to come into the country. It was when it was going to come into like it was not it's not going to make it into the country and we're not going to have an issue. No, it's going to make it in.
Yeah, one way or another it was coming.
Right. And I think some companies started early with the stay-at-home practice, like before
Yeah.
the big mandation from all the government officials to do it,
Yeah.
and some of them didn't. And you see the ones that scrambled
Mm-hmm.
and weren't prepared, and you saw the ones that were prepared.
Well, like I said, like I'm self-employed, and like but I'm a realtor, and like my real estate brokerage, as soon as it was declared a pandemic, the next day they shut down.
Right.
Like that, like and they still like we're still allowed to conduct business, like I'm still allowed to like to show houses and stuff like that, but it's kind of like you have to do like virtual tours. If you can't do the virtual tour in the home, you can go in the home, but you have to wear masks and gloves.
Right.
It's kind of limited of how long you can be. I can still conduct business. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm okay. Like, I'm fine. But like, they took action immediately. Like,
Yeah.
immediately, they said like we were no longer allowed in the office. Like, they were like, conduct business from home. Like, so like basically, like most of us work from home anyway. But it basically became like like stay home. Like
Right.
and like that's what I'm saying. Like, I saw how my place took care of it, and like I know I chose the right place to work. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And I mean, another major thing, like, we were supposed to go to a concert in June, and like concerts, even a month ago, when they started canceling concerts and everything, like German officials said they don't see concerts or big major like sporting events coming back until maybe the middle of next year.
Yeah,
And people like, I get it. I think that makes sense to me
me too.
because there's almost 0% chance that we're going to have any sort of vaccine by the end of the summer. And then when the vaccine does come, if it comes later in the year, then you have to look at, they're not going to have a huge supply of it at first. So it's
Very
going to take a
limited.
long time. Yeah, it's going to take a long time for them to cycle through and build up the supply that they need to give it to everyone. And then you have to go in order of the high risk patients, and then the next risk factor, then low risk. So it's going to take a long time.
Well, like
And I don't
I'm
think
supposed.
people should be comfortable. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I don't think I don't think people should be comfortable doing those types of events or going on like cruises or anything
Yep,
like that, and until everyone has a vaccine in them to
I
to
agree.
because or else you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
Because like I'm supposed to go to the My Chemical Romance concert, which getting tickets to
Okay.
that was such a pain in the butt. I don't even know if
Yeah,
it's happening now.
I couldn't get tickets for it, so
Do you know how long I waited,
I'm
bro?
sure.
I can't even, dude. Oh my god, I'll never do that again. Like I might, like my that's my girlfriend's like favorite band. So like one way or another, I was getting us in,
Right.
So like here, I can tell you the story of My Chemical Romance. So like, all right,
Oh man.
so I got told like what time they were going to go on, like what time they go live, right? So I
Mhm.
think they went live at like, let's say it was like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
I think it
So
was, yeah.
yeah, so like 10:59, I refreshed the page, boom, right? I timed it, 11, clicked the tickets. I was in queue, like immediately, just like that, I was in the queue. I sat there for like 4 hours, right, in queue, and then the site crashed.
Good
I sat,
times.
yeah, I sat there for 4 hours. I was starving. I had to use the bathroom. Like I wouldn't leave the screen because like I
Right.
was like I couldn't, and then it crashed, and then we were lucky enough. Like during the crash, I kept refreshing the page even during the crash, and I was lucky enough to get on. Now we don't
Right.
have like the most amazing seats, but we were able to get tickets inside
There you go.
the Philly show. But like
Right.
I don't know if it's gonna happen now. Like you know what I mean? But I'm hoping like if they do reschedule it, like they'll honor our tickets, so I don't have to sit in that damn line again.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, I think I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna see if we can get tickets for that, whatever. And
Yeah.
then like I think I clicked it like 5 or 10 minutes after, and I was like, all right, yeah, the only tickets that are selling are second party tickets for like 400,
Oh my
six hundred
god.
bucks. And I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, StubHub was like insane with how much they wanted for a ticket, dude. I was like, are
I
you
was like,
kidding me?
I'm not that big of a My Chemical Romance fan to pay that much. So,
What's funny, like I always knew, like I mean, obviously we knew who they were, like obviously we listened to them when we were younger, and like I always known them because like it's always been Jen's favorite band. But like I didn't truly know how big they were until I had to sit in that line for like 4 hours. Because how many concerts have we been to? Right, we've been to so many concerts.
right.
I've never had to wait like that. You know what I mean?
No.
I've never sat in a queue. The only time I ever sat in a virtual queue was for Star Wars: The Force Awakens,
Right.
and I was in there for like 2 minutes, and I was fine. And Avengers like Endgame, same thing. Like, but again, I was in there for like 2 minutes. It wasn't long at all. But like,
Mhm.
I was sitting there. I was like, and I remember talking to you. I was like, I didn't realize they were this big. like I really thought like it was going to be like I didn't think it was going to be a big deal getting the tickets. Like I was like, oh, it's gonna be like 2 seconds, bam, bam, like I can go get some food, get on with my day. Nope.
Right.
And like when that site crashed, my heart just sank. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, this really just happened. I just sat for 4 hours for nothing.
Yeah.
It was devastating. But like, I mean, I'm excited because like I know their music because of my girlfriend, and I even know like Gerard Way's like solo career because of her. So like I'm definitely excited, but I don't even know if it's gonna happen now. And like you said, like should they, even if they can do it, should they? Because are we just gonna spread the virus again with being in a large crowd?
Right. Yeah. So like I think obviously the ticket selling companies and the businesses that run the venues and everything want to make their money and all that, and I get that, but they also have to take into account like just the fact that like people aren't going to want to go right away.
It's gonna be
like,
scary. Consider like, not to interrupt, but like remember 9/11?
Yeah.
How long did it take the country to recover to even go on an airplane?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, like people who needed to go went right away, but like people were just terrified to travel by airplane, and the ones that did had to go through all those new security measures that we're all just used to at this point.
Yeah.
But at the time when that happened, there were very limited security measures going into an airport, and then
even
9/11 happened, and
yeah, but even like going to like, cause like we live close to New York, right? Like we're like a train ride's like 45 minutes, and then a car ride's like 2 hours maybe. Like we're pretty close to New York, and I remember like going to New York, like I can't, maybe like 6 months to a year after 9/11 happened. I remember being shaking, like it was, people were afraid because they didn't know if it was gonna happen. Like even like even like going to like a hockey event, like I was terrified, like because we didn't know if like that was gonna be the next target. And like now the threat is us, like us as people. We don't know who's carrying. So like, is it worth the risk? Like, and like you said, there is no vaccine. Yeah, the likelihood of like someone younger surviving is high. It's high. We're more likely to live than someone else. But does that mean we should be careless still?
Yeah, no, we definitely shouldn't be, but I know there's going to be a large amount of people that will be careless with it and who are already careless with it.
Yep.
And it's going to continue on like that, and there's going to be people that want to go against the grain, and other people who, like myself, are going to be a little bit more wary of where we're going for a while.
Yep. You know what I'm waiting for too? Like when, like I don't know if it will happen, but like movies. When are they just gonna decide to just release them? Like, because I know that select movies have been, rentals, right? On like some of like iTunes, Vudu, and stuff like that. When are they gonna do with all these movies that have been getting pushed back? Or do you think they'll get to a point where like Disney's gonna be like, okay, we're just gonna put Black Widow and Mulan out now because we're losing money just having them sit?
Well, I think what will happen is at least one or two of like the big movie theater chains will put out their own like streaming so that you can pay for tickets. You said AMC does that, right?
So, no, Fandango actually has like a digital thing, which actually Fandango just bought out Vudu.
Okay.
So, which is awesome. It's a good partnership. And I also have Regal, which I'm an unlimited member, that I get tickets for free. Well, not for free. Obviously, I pay monthly, but you get a certain X amount of tickets. And I was wondering if eventually, like, it could go to like I could use those tickets for an at-home release.
Right.
Like, get the option to do an at-home release.
Yeah, and I think that's probably where it's going to go first, before they start opening up the theaters again.
Yeah.
And and that just comes down to whether or not the like the production companies and all of those want the movie theaters to even do that.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes a legal thing, and I'm sure somewhere and some lawyer is writing something about all of this as we speak.
Yeah.
So
Well, like I was reading that and it seems like Universal is like the only people that are seems like the only company that are releasing films to digital. They're not really like waiting too much. Like Trolls, the second Troll movie just came out and it killed. They said it was one of the highest grossing films and it was released digitally.
right.
And it's like, obviously, like I think like that's the way to go. Like, and again, and you don't know, like sometimes like people don't know, like they work on these films up until the night before it's released.
Right.
So maybe some of these films just aren't done. Maybe that's why they can't do it. But like I'm wondering if like the new Candyman, let's say it's almost done. It was supposed to be out. It's supposed to come. I think it was supposed to come out in June or something like that. What if they're done? What if they said, hey, instead of pushing it back to theaters, we're just going to release it to the public and you rent it. $20 rental because you obviously have to cover the fees because we don't know how many people are watching it.
Right.
But it's like because like are theaters going to survive this? Because from what I hear, AMC theaters has already went bankrupt. So like,
no, I could see that. I could see. I mean, United Artists and / Regal, like they don't have an issue. I don't think they have an issue making it through this.
I don't think so either.
But what you said was interesting because I mean, Universal obviously is Comcast and all that big conglomerate, and obviously Comcast knows that they make a fuck ton of money from people like buying movies on demand and like subscribing to their services on demand and all that. So it makes sense that they're one of the only ones that are coming around to this, to where they could put this out, because you got to think of the other big companies like Disney. Disney has Disney Plus, but they don't have like an additional way of like adding in that type of revenue. They don't have another venture like that. So
the only thing Disney's released is Onward, which is on Disney Plus, which is great. But like I'm looking on my Vudu app right now, and basically like almost every at home, like the theater at home premieres are basically almost all Universal.
Right. So I mean, again, that makes sense because they know that they have that revenue stream, and they know that they can exploit it because they've done this before. They know how to do it.
Exactly.
But Disney doesn't have that. They have to find a partner for that.
Yep. And but I almost wonder, like, do you think, because Disney is partners with Hulu?
Yeah, but a lot of that's probably changed since the branch off of Disney Plus, because like Disney obviously owns like ABC, so like all the ABC stuff goes on to Hulu.
Yeah.
So like, but the issue is they're not going to get that one-time revenue gain, because having people subscribe to Disney Plus, they offer a free month at the beginning usually anyway, and then you have people just doing that just to get the movie that they want to watch at the time, and then they just unsubscribe. It's not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the same.
I almost wonder, like, what if like maybe they still have it on Disney Plus, but you have to rent it through Disney Plus.
And well, they would have to figure out how to do that through their billing system.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Because I that's the thing, like, they're pushing off a lot of these releases, but for how long? Because like I don't like how many, because that's the thing, like I can't even say, like, say like one of my most anticipated movies of the year is A Quiet Place 2.
Right.
And I know they really want it to be a theatrical experience, because if you saw the first one, it was such a cool experience to have a whole movie just quiet, right? Which is rare. So they want that experience, but like how, like, even when the movie theaters open up, let's say they open up October, right? Now, do they really think that the box office is really going to be that high? Like I can't say a lot of people are going to go.
Yeah. No, again, it's like the same thing with concerts. Like, it's just not going to happen. And concert venues are going to have to find unique things. So like I saw the other day, we used to go to like these emo night things. So it's like a DJ up on stage and they just play like old like 2000s music and stuff like that.
Sounds awesome.
And yeah, it's cool. You get drunk and there's like people doing like a mosh pit and stuff like that, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And so I saw the other day that they actually had one of the DJs who does that. He went up to Starland Ballroom and he was just doing his performance in Starland Ballroom, but like with their production. And like I think they just did it just for free on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
But like I could see that becoming a profitable business for companies to have like a band come out to their venue and perform as if it's a live show and then broadcast it somewhere and get some sort of like revenue for that, like $5 or something.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. And like, I think honestly, like that's where probably the world is turning for quite a bit. Like I don't know when, until we have a vaccine, I don't know when people are going to feel completely safe to go to these things. Like it's just a weird turn that the world is going to take. And, it's sad, but it's the reality is like, we're going to be indoors for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially like where we live, like we're like in a hot zone, like we're right near New York. We're right near Philly, and New York is like one of the highest cases of coronavirus, like, so we're definitely not opening up anytime soon.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect it to either. So
yeah, it's just sad. And it's like, like a part of me, I've always wanted at home releases anyway. The movie,
right.
As much as I love going to the movie theaters, I'm a home guy. I like being at home. Not as much as this, like, I mean, I still want to get at this point, I want to get out, but like, like, because like I hate when people talk in the movie theaters, and like, I wouldn't mind like sitting up here in my movie room and just watching like the new Quiet Place up here, or like, the new Candyman or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'm completely fine with just watching all these releases here.
Right.
Or like just do like a straight to like DVD digital style. I mean, it's still your people are still buying it, like I still buy physical media, but like, people buy digital media a lot, like they can still do it instead of just doing like, because honestly, I don't know how much longer movie theaters are going to be around to begin with at this point.
Yeah, because I mean, the amount of people who just get the stream online anyway for free, like I don't see why they would. There's obviously a lot of money that they're losing that way, and they have to find a way to get this under control, and the only way is digital.
Yep.
Because you're living in a digital world, you need to have that digital experience for people that want the digital experience, that they don't want to pay $12, $14 for a ticket to go see a movie for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then pay for like $10 thing of popcorn.
Yep.
When
another thing to do? Sell it to Netflix.
Yeah.
Sell them to Netflix. Have them produce it. I mean, like some companies have done it. Like, are you familiar with the Cloverfield franchise?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the latest Cloverfield got put out right on Netflix. It dropped right on Netflix, and Netflix is paying like top dollar to put out films. So they can get a huge chunk from Netflix, and however their revenue goes, on the back end, I'm sure they can make money that way. But like, why don't for like a limited time, like say like a Quiet Place, like hey, because I want to say a Quiet Place is done by Paramount. Paramount has a deal with Netflix, so like, why don't they just say, hey, we're going to release a Quiet Place on Netflix for the next 2 months before it comes out on digital and home video?
Right.
Like, because it's like I just don't see theaters opening up anytime soon, and even if they do open up, I don't see the box office numbers reflecting what they should be reflecting.
Right. And like I see that, and I see it the same way for like concerts for me, because I don't go to a lot of movies, but I'll still go to concerts. And I think that they have to find a way to give that live experience for people, because I mean, one of my issues when I go to a concert, most of the time they go too late. I'm an old fart now, and I go to sleep at like 9:30.
Yeah, me too.
So like most of the concerts that I go past that time, and it's just, I would love to have that experience where like I'm experiencing the live music, but I'm already home.
Yep.
And like you can go on YouTube and watch live, but it's not the same like experience as if you were there. But like if they did something like that where most of these bands live near probably some sort of venue or something,
Yep.
and they can have the bands go there and play, and then like have some sort of like video production crew there, at least like one person with a camera, like another camera off stage or something. They can have a very minimal crew and still film all this and give people a good experience, and then people want to get drunk at home, and
Yeah, and
then they
it's
don't have to
safer.
drive home. It's a lot
Yep.
safer.
And know what the thing is, that that's not so far fetched. It could definitely work. And again, it's never going to be the same as being there, but
Mhm.
you're still seeing them perform live, and it's like you said, like you can do like a small little party with your with you and your fiance, and your dogs, and like watch
Right.
this band you like, order some food. Like that's the thing. Like that's what I wanted. Like that, I'd rather do that at this point. Like even
Mhm.
if it is a concert, like let's say like the My Chemical Romance thing, they're like, hey, the people have tickets, you can watch it digitally. Okay,
Right.
whatever, fine, we'll watch it digitally then. And you get to sit home and get some good food, and you just hang out and listen to the music.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. A couple years ago, Event Sevenfold did a live concert, but it was a VR experience concert.
That's cool.
So they did a concert from on top of like a building in LA, and there was like a camera there, and you can like you if you had a VR headset, you just put that on and you can look around and see things, and like that's another way that they can do it too, because that's easy. You just
Yeah,
put up a 360 camera and then put that in the middle of the band, and you can look at whoever you want to look at.
exactly. And I think that is first. We've been going that direction even before coronavirus. Like the idea of having everything at your disposal at home has been the direction the world has been heading. Okay,
Mhm.
now we're just going to go there a little bit faster.
Right.
And I'm okay with it doing that, because maybe there'll be less crime, because more people are home. I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't know. Like something's got to happen because like the worlds that we love are being put on hold, unfortunately.
Right. Like I don't know what's going to happen with video games, like if they're going to be put on hold. Like not many companies, like the ones that are already done or like we're supposed to release soon, obviously they'll still release them on time.
Yeah.
But like who knows, like for me, Assassin's Creed, like
Yep.
I've been playing the shit out of Odyssey, and I'm looking forward to whatever they come out with next. And uh when I looked up and saw that it was Vikings, and that got me more
So
excited.
cool.
And so now it's just like, what's that going to do for that? Because that's still in production. They haven't
I
even
know.
released alpha footage or anything of that. So like, how's all that going to get affected?
Exactly. I mean, I know like one of the big releases for video games was going to be The Last of Us 2. That's
Mm-hmm.
pushed back indefinitely.
Yeah.
And it just sucks because like even the amount of money that they probably already stuck in the game, it's
Yeah.
going to have to come out eventually.
And I mean,
Is it going to be half-assed?
one of the biggest games ever, GTA 5, the follow up so GTA 6. They've already said that it's not going to be this year or next year. So, like they'll be lucky if it's going to be late next year.
Yeah.
So, and it's been 7 years since the last game came out. So,
Yeah, and those games are so big.
But yeah, I mean, but that's Rockstar's way. Like they've always been like that. They take forever to put out the new games. So,
but they're quality though. Like it's worth the
yeah.
wait because what they do put out is amazing. Like Red
GTA
Dead Redemption
5
was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I really wish they would release. I don't know. They might already have, but like I really like the Red Dead Redemption zombie version.
Right.
That was always cool. Like a Western. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you could still get that for like any of the current consoles. Like I would play that. I'd play that shit.
Yeah, I think you could still get it. I think that's one of the games that was backwards compatible. So like you can download it on PlayStation or Xbox and play it.
there's a great Rockstar is like, it's worth the wait, but it's just like we're gonna wait longer now, and I don't
Right.
know. It's just real weird. It's really really weird times we live in.
Yeah.
And like I mean, even like TV shows, like I said it like last week, probably when we were talking about The Walking Dead, like the premiere, not the premiere, the season finale.
Mhm.
We still don't know when it's going to air.
Right.
We got left off on a cliffhanger in the last episode, and we don't know when we're going to see the next one. And then like the new series that was supposed to premiere that the next week, like that night was supposed to coincide. Supposed to be the finale of The Walking Dead. Then we're supposed to go into The Walking Dead: The World Beyond, and and then Fear the Walking Dead is supposed to come out. Like, where are they even at on production? I mean, are they able to? Are these people able to edit and work from home and get it done? I mean, like, I don't know. It just sucks. It's like, especially like, I just want to know what the hell happens. God damn it. I mean, just release it, and like, I mean, and if it's TV, like TV is gonna release at home anyway, but now even that's getting held up, like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has to.
yeah.
They can't, especially those large TV shows that have a big cast and have a lot of extras, and they can't bring that many people together.
Well,
So,
you know what the thing is confusing me, especially with The Walking Dead? Like, they showed clips for it, right? They
mhm,
showed the trailer for the last episode for the finale. So you would assume it's done. The only thing I can think of is maybe the visual effects aren't 100%.
yeah,
Because the CG is like a lot of the blood and gunshots are CG, pretty much it's all CG. It's cheaper. Um,
mhm,
so that's the only thing I can think of. Maybe the visual effects weren't done, and then like you have to think that like the World Beyond, we already know that the first episode of that is done. People have
right,
already watched the early early cuts of it. People who like got the privilege to see it, like reviewers. But there's an embargo, so they can't talk about it. But like, if I had to guess, the last episode of The Walking Dead of season 10 has to have something to do with like that particular storyline they're going to lead off with the World
right.
Beyond, because I don't know why they wouldn't just release the first episode or something. I mean, it's just like I'm a little confused by that scenario because you would assume it's done, and I can't imagine that they can't edit from home. Like, I can't
Right.
imagine that these guys that edit don't have a sweet setup at home that they can do it, or AMC doesn't have the money to just send that stuff to their houses. You know what I mean? I
Right.
mean, I don't know if you have Sirius XM. I only have it because it came free with my car um, for a couple months. But like even Howard Stern had Sirius XM set up a whole station at his house because they didn't want him to not broadcast.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, you would assume that some of these companies have the money to just be like, "Hey guys, we don't want anything to hold. Edit at home."
Or even like bringing your editors, but like only bring a certain number of people in at a time to
Yeah,
do it from your production studio, which is fine.
yeah,
Like, no one's saying that you can't do that, but
yeah.
like,
Because like the rumors is like Fear the Walking Dead season 6. I want to say season 6 might premiere because apparently like the first half of the episodes are already complete for that. But from what I hear, that might air before the season finale of The Walking Dead season 10. And it's
hmm,
like, and it's just like, damn, like I just want to know what the hell happened. You know what I mean? Because it's a major story arc they're going to set up. We're
right,
at the final stages of the comics at this point.
right.
And it's like, and I know it's gonna be a big moment, so that's why they're probably want it to be perfect. But it's like, just fucking edit it and let's
Yeah,
get
like,
this show on the road.
or at least communicate why it's not been released yet.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, I mean, I mean, maybe they have announced it. I just haven't seen it, but I have no idea
Right.
why they pushed it back so indefinitely. I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is it has to be like the visual effects weren't done. That's the only thing I
Right.
can think of.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah,
And I think that's where companies also need to step up, is they need to, if they haven't already, then they need to communicate it and be like, we need to we need to do this, and this is the reason why you're not going to get this right now, But once we know when the finale is gonna premiere, or when the premiere is gonna premiere, like when we know, we'll communicate. But as of right now, we don't know.
Yeah, because it's just weird.
Yeah. There's no other word to describe it. Just weird.
So bizarre of a time we live in.
Yeah.
So weird.
And we're just sitting here talking on a video platform about how weird it is.
Yeah,
which also makes it weird.
Yeah. Because like it's so like our plan was always to do this together. Like at one of our houses, we were gonna set up like a small little studio, and we can't even do that. Like we were about to buy like a green screen and stuff like that, and it's like which was still gonna end up being the plan when we're gonna actually see each other, but weird times, man. That's all you can say is how weird things are.
That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I'm not complaining about not having to deal with people. So
yeah, no, I'm cool with it. I mean, like I gotta be honest with you. Like, I mean, I'm not angry at the situation right now because, like, at the end of the day, I'm safe. You know, there's worse places I could be stuck. I'm stuck in my house that I really love. You know, like I've been preparing for this moment my whole life. You know, like I said, I still buy physical media. I have a whole like section of DVDs and Blu-rays right to my side. I have my own little movie theater room that I was able to make over the past few months since moving into my home. Like, dude, I'm fine. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think that's the main reason why I want like home video. That's why I want like these like home premieres from the movies, just so I can use my movie room.
That's all it is.
Yeah, like I just want to have the premiere of A Quiet Place 2 in this room right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Is that too much to ask, Paramount?
Yeah, it's even affected us. Like we watch a lot of anime and all that.
Oh hell yeah!
Pretty much everything's been cut for now. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's in like Asia, you know, like we're like you know, like it came from, I guess, you know, like
so it's we have to sit here and not get as many new episodes as we thought we would.
I mean, like
I cry about it.
I do think like something like Disney like has been doing some kind of cool things. Like they're able to like one of the things that they're doing is like they're releasing like a behind the scenes of the making of the Mandalorian. Because obviously they had a ton of behind the scenes footage. And I don't even know if that was even the plan. Right. But I think they were able to cut enough footage to make like a special that's going to be released on Disney Plus real soon. So some people are able to like kind of make some like what is that saying, like, you know, make lemonade, or I don't know, whatever that.
When life hands you lemons, make lemonade.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to like, you know, friggin' like make the best of the scenario. So that's something I'm looking forward to. And you know, like some people are trying, you know, to like take like footage and give us something. You know, like somehow, like I don't know, are you a Parks and Recreation fan?
Yeah, I'm excited. I know, I saw the news.
Yeah, like they're doing a one-time episode, so they were able to do that, and I'm pretty sure the whole episode is probably over video cam. But it's gonna be cool. Like, I mean, some people, like I said, some people are making things like pretty cool. Like, there's like an actress that I just read. Her name's Felissa Rose. She's from a franchise called Sleepaway Camp. She's very big in the horror community. Apparently, she just filmed the whole movie over webcam.
Yeah, I mean, so the technology's there.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat that we can do that. Like, so I do think like we do like some people are going to be creative and like, especially in the horror genre. I mean, they already done webcam movies. I mean, like I'm surprised Blumhouse hasn't done Unfriended 3 at this point. I mean, they already film over webcam in those movies, you know. And you know, I think it's going to force people to be creative. I'm not going to be shocked if there's like 100 horror movies that come out like over webcams, you know, like.
That's true. and you got to think, like, as we talked about before with Paranormal Activity, the first one, like a lot of that, it was just a single camera.
Yep.
And they even, like, I think in the follow-up ones, they use some video from webcams a little bit.
I think so.
It's like they can do it.
Yeah.
Just go back to the basics. Like, and that's one thing horror can thrive in. Is basics.
Well, look at some of the most influential horror movies, right? Like probably the greatest horror movie ever made, at least in my opinion, was the original Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
It was made for like no money. Like
Right.
like first off, like one of the things, like it was just a basic premise, babysitters being killed. Like one of the things, like they bought a William Shatner mask, painted it white. It's the most iconic horror mask ever. Like I don't know if anybody knows this, but like they carried around like I think 2 bags of leaves to make it look like it was fall. And
Right.
then you got like and then look at like the Blair Witch Project.
Single
Movie,
shot.
yeah, they have handheld cameras. Like and then you got Paranormal Activity, like what's his name, Oren Peli or something like that. Who's the maker and director of the first movie? Like and he literally shot in his home with these 2 actors. He renovated his home for the movie. He said like, yeah, it was like it was the excuse to renovate his home.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And he just used like practical, like super basic practical effects, and he made one of the scariest movies of all time.
Right.
Super basic, and like you said, like that's what the beauty of the horror community is like we can do that type of stuff. And I think like if anything, we're gonna get some pretty unique films through this.
Yeah. It's you're gonna have your hands full with how much you're gonna have to watch.
That's fine with me, man. I'm going crazy. Like I've been like trying to find things to watch. Like one of the things I'm gonna catch up on, because like one of the things I like to like of my Instagram, I like to give like my top 10 horror movies of the year. Well, as of right now, I think I've only seen like 3 horror movies this year. So like what I'm like, so I'm like trying to go a little bit more like a different route than I normally would. Like Blumhouse, they have a deal with Hulu where they have this show called Into the Dark, and they're actually movies. So
Right.
like they have a couple movies that have already been released in 2020. So I'm going to catch up on them. They have a New Year's Eve one, I want to say, that came out. They have a St. Patrick's Day, and they just had another one for Christmas in July or something like that. I don't know, something like that. But it's all like themed, holiday themed, and so I'm gonna watch them eventually, and they're gonna be added to my 2020 horror watch list.
Right.
I'm trying to, even like Netflix has released a couple of different horror movies, and a lot of times like I don't really watch a lot of that stuff because I do watch it, like but it's more, a lot of times I focus a lot on the big theatrical movies, or like some of the more popular indie films that have been going around. Because sometimes like Netflix, they put out horror movies and they're original, but like they're not like the standard that I really care about. But like now it's like kind of forcing me to like watch these things.
Right.
So I don't know. It's just weird that like. I keep saying that's weird, but it is, So like I'm trying to like find different ways to like fill my need of like original content, because like I can rewatch the same movie over and over again, but it doesn't fulfill that feeling you get when you go into a movie theater,
Yeah, and you're not going to get the same experience, but the options of either not having that experience at all or being able to create your own, I think is a cool thing to think about.
And that's kind of what it is, and that's the thing. Like I'm one of those people, like I try to look at the bright side of things as much as possible. Obviously, so are you. That's why we get along so well. And like and that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create my own experience. Like right now, like I'm pulling up Hulu right now, and they do like they have horror movies like from and I've already watched the Into the Dark movies. Like I was watching them like last year a little bit. I haven't finished them all, but some of them are really good. And like and I know they're new. I haven't seen them, so like it's like I can sit here in my movie room and create my own experience from home. Like
Right.
popcorn, and sit up here like it's my own movies and watch the latest Into the Dark. Like I'm pull it up for anybody who wants to know. Let me see. I'll pull it up and let you know like what are the new ones that are out currently for 2020. If anybody's curious, like. So like they've released, it looks like they released 4 this year. That's 2020. So like we have one for New Year's Eve. It's called Midnight Kiss. We have one for Valentine's that's called My Valentine. We have another one called Crawlers, which follows a group of people pub crawling on St. Patrick's Day, which I'm pretty interested in. And then they actually have created their first sequel. Like Christmas, they had a film called Puka, which was a big hit. Well, they just did the sequel, Puka Lives, which just came out, which I've been really dying to check out. So, like, I have 4 movies right there that are brand new to 2020 that I can sit and watch and create my own experience and sit down for an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and 30 minutes and feel like I feel like give myself some type of normalcy, like I'm at the movie theaters, or something,
Right.
and I'm actually really excited for Puka Lives, not because it's a sequel to one of the which one of the better Into the Dark movies, but like the director, I'm a huge fan of. Anybody who's ever heard of Alejandro Borgera? Sorry, he's from Cuba, Borgera, something like that. I just listened to a podcast of him. My favorite podcast of all time is Postmortem with Nick Garris. He was just on it, but he's done movies like called Juan of the Dead, which was it's a Cuban zombie film. It's a very good movie. He just did Nightmare Cinema, which was a horror anthology, and his segment is probably my favorite segment of the whole movie, which is another great movie. And now he's doing Puka Lives, so it's a director that I'm closely following, so that excites me. And it's just a way of bringing normalcy to my life,
Right.
And I don't know if there's anything like that for you, like the video game world, but I know like with Counter-Strike, every game's a new game, it's like when you play live,
Right. And I honestly I haven't played Counter-Strike in a long time. Just because I've been more interested in playing like Assassin's Creed, and we've been playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like a blessing that you didn't play all those games.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's like new.
Yeah.
Because you're not one to watch gameplay either. Like it's still fresh and new to you,
Yeah, I still don't watch any of the gameplay, but like I've been reading a little bit more about like Assassin's Creed and the ones that I haven't played, and it sounds like they've been doing a good job. Like a lot of people, like me, who are like big Assassin's Creed heads who played the originals like a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that the new ones aren't like Assassin's Creedy enough, because a lot of it, at least in Odyssey that I've been playing, there's almost no benefit to going in more sneakily than it just going in and killing everyone.
Yeah.
Like because you don't. I only play on normal difficulty. I'm not one of those tryhards who play on a harder difficulty just to say that I did, because I want to be able to enjoy my experience.
Exactly. So, taking the story, because it's such a great world, you know what I mean? It's such an awesome story.
Right. Like later on when I'm done the main story and I feel like leveling up my character to like max level, sure, maybe I'll change it to a harder difficulty, but I want to kind of take in, as you said, take in everything right now.
Yeah, and exactly.
So a lot of people are just saying like, oh, it doesn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game, but I'm like, well, it still has the good story and it still has the premise behind everything. I don't know what they did in Origins, which was the one before this, so I don't know how this one relates to that. I'm assuming that the main story, like present day character or futuristic character that they have, is the same from Origins, and they're continuing that storyline, which is cool. And I don't know, it feels like the same to me, but it's obviously the story is not as in depth, and there's not as much. Like in the old games, you would get punished if you went into a mission that you're supposed to be sneaking around in, and you ended up like killing a bunch of people. You would get punished for that. Like you would die.
Well, it's funny because that was one of the things I remember about the one Assassin's Creed I played, which I think was the second one. There was a mission where you had to be sneaky, and I just didn't have the patience, and I kept losing, not because I died, but because I wasn't stealthy enough. And then I would die. But yeah, but like the thing is, like even if it's not like Assassin's Creed, but it's like sometimes it's refreshing to change things up, within the world. And I mean, obviously, if you think if you think that it's not as different, I take your word because, me and you are just easy to please, though.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that I'm not, but
yeah,
I also like stories, and the story in this one's really good. It sucks me in. I tell my fiance all the time, I'm like, I'm really addicted to this game now. Like, I really like it.
Yeah. Are you at the point too, like where you're like almost done it and you're like sad because it's almost over?
I don't even know how far I am. Let me check my app real quick.
Yeah.
They have like a companion app, and
Oh,
it
nice.
tells me how far I am in the game. Like every time you log in, they're like, "You're now this far." And I know that I got some pretty good stats on there for now. Let's see. Go here, Odyssey. What was it? Yeah, so the last time I logged in, let's see, which was just the other day, I unlocked 50% of the abilities. As far as story is concerned, I'm over 50% of the story, probably closer to 60 or 70 at this point.
Oh, nice.
For the main story, but that game continues to have more and more and more quests and stories that you can follow, and like it's almost never done.
Yeah, which is nice because like it allows you to like keep reliving the game.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. I like about this too is that like the further that you go in the story, if you have a quest or something, the quest levels with you. So if you haven't gotten around to doing a side quest, it's not like you're going to go back and it's going to be the easiest side quest ever because everyone's like a level 10 and you're a level 45. It's more like it scales with you. So now if I go back to do a side quest that I got when I was a level 15, it's now the same level as me, which is like 38 or 39.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool because that's something that I wouldn't have thought of being in a game at this point. Because traditional games, if you get a quest when you're level 5, it stays that easy.
Which just shows you how like the people of Ubisoft are.
Right.
They care. They care about. I mean, they've always put out some solid stuff. Like.
Right.
I mean, honestly, like, has there really ever been like an Assassin's Creed game so bad that you just like feel like they just messed up horribly?
Unity was really bad.
Oh, okay. Unity wasn't Unity like a wasn't that like one of the no, I'm thinking of Brotherhood. Brotherhood was like that spin-off game, right?
No, so Brotherhood was it was still part of the main story. It was part of the Ezio trilogy. So Ezio came in Assassin's Creed 2, and he was the Italian assassin. So you're in there in the Italian Renaissance. And so Brotherhood was the second story in the trilogy. So it wasn't like a main numbered game, but they went away from numbered games after Black Flag.
Yeah.
So but it was still very, very much a main part of the story. One of the side story ones were there was Rogue, which was a side story. I still haven't played.
Yeah.
And then there was also one, I forgot about it actually. They had one that was in China Times. I forget what it was called. Mm-hmm. It was a side story game. Yeah.
Now, do you own all of them, Andrew?
I own, at this point, I own almost all of them. I don't have the side story for the China one. I think, and then there's also like other side story ones that I haven't gotten to. There's like a Russian one and stuff like that.
Cool.
But I think they're all part of the same game, but they just have different side stories.
Yeah.
So I don't have that, and I don't have Origins yet.
Okay.
But other than that, I own all the other ones.
Now, is your goal to beat all the games while you have this time?
Possibly. It depends on how long Odyssey takes. I at least want to go back and play Origins before the new game comes out.
Yeah.
But I don't have a goal in mind. It's just I get to it if I get to it.
Yeah, I hear you. Do you play every day?
Almost.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, most days I play, at least for like an hour or two.
we've been doing a lot of home renovations currently right now. Like right as soon as I get off here, I have to lay a floor. Uh, so like that's been like kind of occupying my time over this last week. We've been doing like we just put up like shiplap in our kitchen, which looks really nice.
Okay.
We just ripped up the bathroom floor, so now we're gonna lay new floor down. So like that's what I'm doing. But I'm like tonight my plan is to binge watch the new season of Clone Wars on Disney
Right.
Plus, and then maybe watch one of the Into the Dark horror movies. You know, when the sun goes down, it's completely dark.
Right.
Like so we'll see. That's currently my plan. I definitely want to watch. Definitely get like some of these Into the Dark movies done to fill my new horror movie. Juices.
Yeah, do it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited because the Clone Wars. I'm pretty excited for because that was I think that was one of the best Star Wars storytelling ever. To be honest with you, anybody who hasn't watched Clone Wars, man, I mean, that's literally. There's times that I watch that show and I like it more than the movies because the stories are so good. So from what I heard, the last episode, the season finale, or the final episode of Clone Wars, they said people are saying it was probably the best Clone Wars episode. So I'm looking forward to that. I've only watched 2 episodes of the current season. It's too hard to watch week to week with that show. So like I just waited until it was all over. So like they're only 30-minute episodes, so I'll be able to binge that, rather quickly tonight.
Yeah, I'm like you, going week to week with shows is really difficult at this point.
It is.
We're all
especially
spoiled.
now. Yeah, especially now. You know what I mean? So those are my things. I'm debating on which Into the Dark I want to watch tonight. But I'm definitely going to watch that and pretty much watch all of Clone Wars, and if not all, most of it. If I don't finish it tonight, I'll finish it tomorrow. But I'm going to definitely get through it tonight for the try to.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna do today, but at least for the week, I'm gonna probably try to get done the main story of Assassin's Creed within the next week or two.
Yeah.
And then focus on all the side missions and the DLC content.
Yeah.
Because I got the game with all the DLC content, so
definitely keep you busy.
Even more. Oh
yeah.
I'm just like, oh man, there's so much. And then like I get sidetracked because like I'll be doing a mission and then I'll see something come up for another mission. I'm like, let me go do that real quick. And then that takes like 20 minutes. And then I go back to the other mission. I had to finish that. That still takes another 20 minutes. And before you know it, you're like 3 hours into this.
Another thing I'm doing this week is obviously people probably realize how much I love zombie films. Well, like that I got Best Buy points. Like like if you spend so much, they give you like a gift card. So I used it to buy a movie that came out. I want to say like 2014 or something like that. It might have been 2007 came out, and it's called Flight of the Living Dead. So zombies on a plane. So I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but I used my points, so I didn't have to buy. I didn't put any money on it. So that's gonna come in the mail. I'm gonna watch that. So just like trying different things that and then even going through my personal collection of films I haven't watched yet that's been sitting in my collection. I'm gonna try to go through that. Now that I have the time, basically my days are gonna be like a little bit of home projects and then watching the movie.
Yeah.
Because I can't I was in the beginning. I was just watching TV and movies all day to the point where it wasn't enjoyable anymore. So now it's kind of cool to get some some of the home projects done. You feel like it's almost like you feel like you put in a day's work.
Right.
I'm a contractor now. And,
you are.
And then then when you're done, you cook some dinner and you sit down and you relax and watch a show or a movie, and you don't really feel as useless anymore.
Yeah. We what was it yesterday? We went to the store to get food, and on our way back saw a bunch of people outside and doing home projects, mowing the lawn or building something or doing. So I was like, yeah, people are they're trying to figure out their lives now.
Yeah, I pressure washed my mailbox yesterday because it was dirty.
You sound like such a homeowner.
I know, it's so weird. And then and then it's like we've been going to Home Depot. Like we ripped up the bathroom floors, right? And there was like 2 layers of linoleum from the previous owners, and the one layer like left like this like paper consistency. So we were trying to scrape it up, and it was a real pain in the butt. So we had to buy a heat gun, and like it was like you feel like so proud of yourself to strip the floors now, and like it's like it's so weird, like cause like obviously me, I've never been a person that even likes physical labor at all,
Right.
and now like today I'm laying floors, and and then probably sometime this week we're gonna do like we're doing like this wood behind our TV, and we're gonna paint it, and then we're gonna do like shadow boxes underneath the chair rail in the dining room. So it's like my whole house is gonna look kick ass by the time this is all done. So
Right. By the time you can actually have people over, you'll
you'll
have a nice looking home.
Exactly. So like that's basically like what it's been. Basically our new routine is we wake up, we get coffee, and then we do a project now, and it's like so literally as soon as I get off of this, I gotta go get some floors done. I gotta earn that movie. Yeah. So it's been fun, but I feel like the main message of this podcast today is just try to find the silver lining and try to find some happiness to fill your day.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because we all need it, especially in these times. We all need to define what's going to drive us to the next hour, to the next day.
Yep.
And being able to keep your mind busy is always the best way. And even if you're like one of the things that I used to do when I was like still living at my parents is I would just sit there on my computer and like put my headphones on, just listen to music and zone out for a while. Like put on some Minecraft or something that's like really mindless and that you could just do nothing.
Yep. I have been playing a little Minecraft. I have.
See?
I'm currently built. I think I might have told you before, but I'm building a city in the sky.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just keep building higher and higher and higher until like I don't know. Is there a limit to how high you can go?
There is, yeah. There's a block limit. I think it's over like if you look at your coordinates, I think the Z coordinate goes up to like 2 something.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I got a little ways to go.
Yeah.
Because I did 64 blocks up from the friggin' ground.
Right.
So like, and then obviously I built like a house and stuff. But if I had to guess, I'm probably at like 90.
Yeah, you got a while to go.
Yeah. So, but I do have grass now. So
see,
that was the process, getting grass to grow up there.
That dirt staircase, man.
Yeah, it took forever though. But yeah, I have grass.
I know.
So I'm making I'm trying to. It almost looks like the Ewok village is what I'm building. So that's one of the things. Like maybe like if I can't sleep at night, like you said, it's mindless. You don't have to think about it, and that's it. So just the main thing is try to find something that could pass the time and make you happy, and don't fall into a pattern of laziness if you can help it.
Yeah. All right. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, or?
No, I think I'm good. I think I got to lay some floors.
Yeah, it sounds like you have too much to do. So.
I can always find time for this though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All righty.
Any final messages from you there, Andrew?
Nothing on my mind. Just cruising throughout the weeks and seeing what comes next, and looking forward to some nicer weather.
Yeah,
today sucks. It's all rainy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nothing to do anyway, so you might as well do something inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But as always, we've been the Never Sold Out podcast. Catch us every Sunday at noon. We're a little late today, but every Sunday at noon on Twitch, and then keep an eye out throughout the week. If you missed this, check us out on YouTube, and or come next Sunday.
Socials, everything.
Yep.
Twitter, Instagram. It's all Never Sold Out PC is the ats.
Yep.
And just come check us out and listen to us every week if you want to, and if you don't, then I don't know why you're still here. But we'll see you guys next time.
See you later, guys.